Hello, it's a dark episode for June the 28th, I believe. 2021. It has been another hot day, uh, which has basically been a survive the weekend kind of day, which involved getting up in the morning. Thank God we have air conditioning in our bedroom. That's where we're spending most of our time. And Ja has unfortunately also come down with a slight case of food poisoning, which is really unfortunate. Um, yeah, really unfortunate. Um, and has been suffering through that, at least in an air-conditioned bedroom, not an air-conditioned bathroom, which sucks. Um, so while she's been dealing with that, I got the groceries, I got the dog food, got home, more time sheltering in place. Um, Filmed a couple of incredibly crappily lit videos in the kitchen. And man, it was like looking at the videos here, I think I really have a shitty shitty camera on the front of this phone. I guess the selfie camera, but I mean it's like the front facing camera is been completely busted for the longest of time in this thing, and so that's all I've had. And it's just like looking at it today, looking at the videos, it's like wow, I am fuzzy as hell. It's like it's a terrible camera. This might be me going, oh, I'm looking for reasons to get rid of this phone, which I've had for a good while and is now doesn't the charger port is all worn down and doesn't charge properly, or it takes a ton of time to charge. So I'm looking at that. And yes, and I took Jackie to her appointment and bought some tea, and we went to Boland's, the bookstore, and I kind of looked around. And it's like, for all my love of books, I'm not much of a shopper. But I did get a couple of books. I got a couple of books that I guess I'll talk about on Sunday reads. God help me. Hopefully the weather will cooperate and will be a little less scorching. I mean, it's not scorching for some places, but for anything here over 30 is just, we're not set up for it. In general, and probably us in particular, though actually, I mean, we're more set up because we actually have an air conditioner. Yeah, I can hear everybody's blowers going, pumping out all that hot air that they can in the houses in the relatively cool night air. I mean relatively speaking, like it's actually kind of semi-comfortable out here versus incredibly hot inside, which probably means it's like 19 or 20 in the night here, uh, whereas it should be, in the low teens, comfortable out here. Um, so yeah, Ja, Ja is hopefully going to be. It's like I can't do anything for her other than try and make sure she gets liquids. She's terrible at taking liquids. And I'm off to work again tomorrow. So, I mean, as weekends go, I'm really happy to take what was probably the hottest couple of days off to be in an air-conditioned room, even if it was poor Ja not feeling good. Um, I'm happier doing that than being at work, because work for me is being upstairs in the kitchen for a lot of it, or just being upstairs because that's the main part of the house. It's like, it can be brutal there too. So, but hopefully it will be slightly cooler tomorrow, and Ja will feel better, and it'll be off to work time. Hey, I actually published a video today. Probably my most half-assed Monday Reads video yet. Most half-assed video just in general. Me blabbing, kind of sweating away. Oh God, I hardly even looked at the video, but I published it, and for some reason that's good enough. That's just fucking good enough for right now. Oh, I also finished A Dream of a Ridiculous Man by Fyodor Dostoevsky, which is interesting, of a man committing suicide or thinking of committing suicide, fending off some girl who was obviously a little girl who was like her mother was in dire need of help, and just like, telling her to fuck off, going home because he wanted to shoot himself. He'd bought the gun, and he goes home, and living in a really crap hole too, and falling asleep and dreaming that he was taken off to an alternate Earth where basically sin had never happened and that everyone lived in beautiful peace, beautiful harmony, beautiful ecstatic joy, and like friends with the animals, friends with the trees, could talk to everything, and it was beautiful and it was glorious. And he's the one who introduces sin, and it devolves and devolves until it's the earth. It comes back to the earth again. And then he wakes up and realizes he needs to preach about this. He needs to tell everyone that we could have this. We could have this like instantaneously. It would be so simple, instantaneously. And he's going to go, and everyone's laughing at him and calling him ridiculous. But he's going to go on. He's going to go on and do it. And he found that little girl. He went back to that little girl and helped her, or went back to her. And he went on, and he's going to go on and on and on. I don't know, there's something about that story. Yeah, obviously it's thinking about my own father and him committing suicide. It's like this guy having a dream of that, of dreaming of committing suicide, and then flying off to this alternate thing and finding an Edenic world, and him being the one who corrupts it, but waking up going, we could have that. We could have that world. It'd be so simple. Something about that just seemed, because it's that simple switch in your mind, which is so difficult. And I mean, the switch can get switched the wrong way and you end up shooting yourself. Whether it's in the heart or in the head. Heart of the head. It's yeah, there's something about that just resonates. All right, I'm going to leave it there. That was a rambly, heat wavy day. It is slightly cool out here. Hopefully it'll cool down in general as we go along during the week. I'll let you know. More videos later.